All right, so welcome to SecDSM. I think I'm in the right spot here. So this is the one-on-one, 101, I can't talk. Starting a couple minutes late, but it's not my fault this time, it's Jared's because he didn't charge the microphone. So like I said, they could turn off, they could not. There are between 5 and 75% charged, and they may or may not be plugged in right now. We don't know for sure. The lights are green, and green means go, so we're going. All right, after this is done, James is going to do his news. Then we're going to have a great talk at 7-ish, something like that, by Derek, who's going to be talking about the, what are you talking about? The mini CTF from last month, right? Is he still here? And then after that, Jared, our wonderful AV guy, is going to do a talk about doing AV and that cool stuff for generic CitySec meetup. All right, after that, social time goes until 9. That's when we officially have the place rented for. At 9 o'clock, they're still open until 10. And then nobody said it yet, but I would probably also be a safe bet that people are going to end up at Star Bar after this. Probably this guy.
I'll be there.
All right, some housekeeping. So there's 2 sets of bathrooms. There's ones right here, and then there's ones out there kind of next to the pizza. Take your pick. I don't know. Usually one of them's clean. Don't touch any of the brewing stuff. We really like it here. They really like us here. We want to keep that symbiotic relationship going. Otherwise, you probably found the pizza. Sorry, there is no gluten-free. That's Casey's fault, not mine. Bar. So please tip your bartenders. There is no open bar tonight, but we still appreciate our sponsor for doing that sponsor thing. Oh, also, so sometimes we have a problem with this. Like those standing tables in the back, that's cool for standing, but don't chit-chat back there. All right, cool. All right, we are rated R. This was Brandon's idea, and we all said, yeah, why not? So if you remember, we used to only be able to say fuck once. Now we can say fuck as many fucking times as we fucking want. But the code of conduct still applies, so make sure you are rated R within bounds. If you have questions, it's on our website. You can talk to any of us admins. All right, challenge ideas, not people. This is another really good slide that somebody stole from SecKC. I don't know who that was, but we still really like it. So try to be welcoming, open. We're all cool people. We're all in InfoSec or InfoSec adjacent, or maybe we just like to come out and eat free pizza. You know, wherever you're here, it's cool. Embrace the person, talk about the ideas, blah, blah, blah. Yes, fuck that, but not fuck you. All right, board members. So there's myself, I'm in the middle, Brandon's in the back, Colin's hanging out over here. We have a bunch of great volunteers. So we've got Kenny, Jared, Dreyhos, and then James. Those are our key volunteers. They help out a lot. So big round of applause to them. If you also want to help out, let us know. In fact, I think Jared has a slide about that later. That's good, because it's half and half, 50-50, whether I get them or not. All right, ways you can help. So we always need speakers, so we have 2 talks today. We try to do, 1 or 2 talks, not too long, 30, 45 minutes is about kind of the max time length, because, we all got drinks to drink and stuff like that. But if you have any ideas, want to do a talk, let us know. We're happy to talk you through it. I've somehow done 4 or 5 of them. I don't know. It's not that hard. At least I don't think so. You can create a CTF. We always need those. Otherwise, you get these ones by Colin that get solved in 5 minutes. So if you want something that's not as hard as what Dreyhos makes, but is harder than what Colin makes, you might be the person to write that CTF challenge. Donations, you can do that through Open Collective. I'm going to skip ahead to that one. So transparency report, all of our financial stuff, where is that? There it is. We do all of our financial stuff on Open Collective. You can also make donations there. You can see all the money we're spending, all the receipts and everything. Completely open, so if you have any questions about anything we're doing with the money, let us know. Shout out to our major contributors. So these are some people that have given a little extra money above and beyond to make sure that we're here and doing stuff. And Brandon would like to say a word, it looks like.
I do want to say that we are actually looking for, so our major contributor sponsor there's only one of those a year. Dell Secure Works did one last year. It includes a 30 gallon barrel of liquor of your choice that's distilled here, made locally. So like I said, we only do one sponsorship of that level a year, and we're looking for one for 2023. That sponsorship goes to help us out with this venue. So it's a $1 for $1 offset for our costs of this venue. So it's important that we get those sponsorships so we can continue to meet here. So if your company or you, I guess, is interested in doing that, please let us know. Thanks.
You're welcome, Brandon. All right. Tonight, the space is on us and you and drinks and all that fun stuff. Food is on SecDSM, so we brought that nice pizza. I don't know how much is left. Reminder, the more of it you eat, the more of it I will buy. And if I have to take home 7 cheese pizzas, I don't buy cheese pizza anymore. XR Beam is our sponsor for tonight. They unfortunately don't have anyone here, but we still took their money, and we appreciate them all the same. So if you have an Exabeam account rep, contact, something like that, tell them thank you. Mini CTF. So again, this was solved in like 5 minutes, but you can still do it. You can still do it. It's still fun. It's still out there. I'm told that it's a fairly low technology bar to entry, Colin, and that you might even be able to do it with just a mobile phone. Did I hear that correctly? Maybe. Talk to him. He's not listening to me. All right. Upcoming conferences. So we really need to update this. You guys missed some really great ones this last month. They were a lot of fun. I went to both of these. It was a great blast. So CornCon, I stayed late enough that I got a challenge coin for being at the bar so late. It was pretty cool. I didn't know either. Wild West Hack and Fest is coming up next week. I know I'm going. I think Mulbrook is going. I know we have Tool is going out there and doing some stuff. Who else? Other James B, not this James B, is going. I don't know. There's going to be a bunch of us. So you could probably still show up and buy tickets, right? I don't know. It's going to be a party. It's going to be fun. Yeah, but there's no hotels, so. GurCon is next weekend. Oh, it's next week. Overlaps with Wild West. Okay. All right. So a big move happened a while ago. If you haven't heard about it, you've probably been under a rock. But you should totally join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. Also, it's, I don't know, less crazy than Slack was. I don't know. I like Discord better. So go over to Discord. All right. And next, we have the news.
All right. It's been a hell of a month, so a lot of these are pretty major ones. If you haven't heard of them, I had to put these in here instead of putting in fun stuff like somebody did something stupid and got arrested. I have one of those in here, just not all 5. Proxy Shell was earlier this year, I think. Still this year. It completely lost on how all these flow together when you read threat intel daily. 0 days back then. There's a new one out. Microsoft dropped these 2 new 0 days. The CVEs are up there if you're interested. If for some reason you are running a 2013, 2016, or 2019 Exchange server and you weren't aware of this until I just mentioned it, you should probably go check that and update it, because this has been pretty much all over the place for about the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. A big issue was Microsoft put out mitigations. I don't believe they've actually even put out a security patch yet. But they put out mitigations. Those got bypassed. They put out another set of mitigations. Those got bypassed. So I think they're on their 3rd set of, hey, try this and see if this works, which is awesome out of a, trillion-dollar company that makes all this stuff that we run our networks on. The other big one, so research done. Mandiant actually published this report. Bad Vibe Part 1 and Bad Vibe Part 2 are the blog entries. If you notice, that's what my last bullet point there is, to take a look at both of them if you're interested. So this is research on actually injecting malware into ESXi, Linux vCenter servers, and Windows virtual machines. really good research, really detailed research. It's a really cool report to read just if you're into the tech, let alone if you happen to be running those things. You definitely need to know about this and be aware of this, because this is injecting persistent malware into virtual machines and taking over them at, the ESXi layer at the lower layers and taking over actual boxes that way. So another really, really bad one. On the other really bad news category, so I'm assuming most of us are aware of Cobalt Strike, which is essentially a red team package that has been used because code was compromised years ago. So it's essentially it's a company sells Cobalt Strike. It's a package you can buy per analyst. You can use those for red team activity to attack machines. That code was leaked years ago, and bad guys have been using that for ransomware and malware and attacks and getting into networks and C2 activity and everything like that for a while. There's a new piece of software out there called Brute Retel, or BRC4. This was announced as potentially an issue because it worked like Cobalt Strike, but was actually written specifically to target EDR and advanced AV tools like CrowdStrike, Cylance, Carbon Black, those guys, everything they're doing, it was designed specifically to go after them, and a huge level of evasion. So it's getting in there at that rootkit level and being undetectable. This one was a concern. It is now a major concern because there's multiple forums out there where this code got leaked. So it's the source code. So you've got all these darknet forums actually talking about getting the source code. I have not seen an official leak of the source code yet, but if it's out there, just like Cobalt Strike, it'll be abused. And then the one funny article, is Uber was hacked a couple weeks ago. If you weren't aware of that one, that was pretty much all over the place as well. And then Rockstar got hacked, and GTA 6 code and a whole bunch of internal dev videos got leaked. So if you're interested in Grand Theft Auto, there's a whole bunch of supposed videos from there. London police actually arrested this 17-year-old hacker and claims that he's part of the group that did it, even though there is a lot of association to Lapsus, so it's yet to be determined whether he's actually a member of Lapsus or not. The interesting part of this, and why I called out the other article as well, is about MFA fatigue. If you're not aware, the way that Uber was hacked was through a end user who the hacker got in, sent him a whole bunch of SMS alerts, essentially SMS bombed them, which is what they're calling MFA fatigue officially, and just sending it to them, and then contacted them as if they were the help desk and said, if you don't accept this, you're just going to keep getting alerts. They eventually said yes. That let the hacker set up their own device and get into the VPN, and that point owned Uber the way that they did. So if you have not seen MFA fatigue or aware of it, that's something you probably want to talk about, especially since it's October, so we get to share security awareness. So share that with everybody. Have they updated it yet? Okay. Attacks, I think I just saw I just saw a tweet yesterday or the day before. I think they're getting another new attack framework, so if it's not in there officially yet, I guarantee it will be. But because it's a technique, I mean, it's something that's obvious that you could think of, but it's something that is actually getting done by an attacker. And in this case, if you look at the technical details, it worked completely and is something an end user's gonna fall for, right? It's 2 a.m. and you get 1,900 alerts on your phone. You're gonna get sick and tired of them. And eventually, if someone from IT says, hey, I'm from IT, and you don't verify them, then it'll happen. And then a couple quick hits. CISA, FBI, and the NSA got together and released a new report on this Covin Stealer malware and using the Impacket framework. It's a great report. Go out and take a look at it. Pig butchering is another new social engineering scam, essentially using contacting pigs, aka the end user, on social media, build trust, and they're doing long-term, abuse of that. They actually establish fake relationships with people. They're actually getting them to go to not, Ethereum's main website to invest, but fake websites, getting people to pump money in, showing them fake results of making thousands of percents in investments, and then getting them to keep dumping money in before pulling money out. So that's not a good situation. If you have any family that doesn't know about social engineering, I'd definitely give them an update on that going on. And then we had another instance of a laid-off system administrator disrupting operations. I put this in here mainly just to point out, again, it's Security Awareness Month, and make sure you're letting end users know. And if you're running your own internal security team, make sure when anyone with privileged access gets let go, you turn their access off because otherwise, you know what they can do. I haven't heard an update. They haven't really posted anything. So, I'm sure. Yeah. It's been discussed in the Slack channels. What Brian is talking about is Mercy Hospitals. If you're not in the, or not Slack, in the Discord channel, it was brought up. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. Their overall provider essentially contacted people and said they had a event. As we all know, an event for a hospital probably means ransomware, but I don't think anything's been confirmed. I haven't seen any news on it yet. And then we normally like to do the job section. So if you are hiring and would like to come up and let everyone know who you are, where you work for, what you're looking for, and how they can get a hold of you. Anybody? Anybody? All right, somebody's coming. All yours.
It's not me, but my company, Collins. So it's not really IT security related, but more development oriented. If you've got experience with NI LabVIEW, that would be a good fit. But that might not be this crowd. So if you're interested, meet with me.
Oh, watch cord. We'd hate to break Craig's $12 laptop. Craig wants a new laptop. Come up and trip over the cord. Whoops.
Do you want a new laptop, Craig? I might be able to get you one. All right. Ben Meter, Technology Security Director, EMC Insurance. We have a Technology Security Risk Engineer opening on our Technology Security Consulting team. So if you like doing risk assessments with a more technical edge to it, so consulting with the business, pointing out security flaws, et cetera, within applications we're bringing in, this is a job for you. Come talk to me. Thanks.
It totally sucks you work at the same company because I wanted you to come up and introduce your job and say, hey, I can get you a new laptop. Laptop, if that's table stakes, we can get that done easily. What do you want? Have you looked at hiring bonuses lately? I'll get you a new MacBook Pro. Yeah, the ticket's in. Get over it. I mean, we can smash it. The camera's on. It'll be fun. Anybody else? Jesus. Now you're just being greedy. One more? All right. You just want to stand up here every day near this time?
I should. So we have a few different security engineers. Micah Green from Principal Financial Group downtown. We have always have security positions open, as well as software engineering team positions and other positions. So if you're looking for a job at Principal, reach out and say hi.
All righty. Anybody else? Last chance. All right. Agenda for next month, same as this month. 101 at 6:30-ish, depending upon whether Craig can figure out how to use a microphone or not. Yep, sure, totally. It's totally Jared's fault. I'm not letting Jared take the fall for you screwing shit up. I'm just not going to do it. You forgot to plug something. He nicely asked you to plug something in at 5 o'clock, and you screwed it up. All right, then you got to listen to my mouthy mouth at 6:35 officially if Colin can get through the news fast, or the 101 fast enough. And then talks, and then hang out in the bar, so pretty much the same thing. That's it. Take a few minute break, usually 5 or 10, depending upon what everyone needs. So take 5, 10, grab another drink, come back in, start the first talk.
Yeah, you want to talk about internships? You can do that.